Unfortunately, I can't support the bill as written. The bill has some problems that have been discussed, but I think at its core, it fails to hold the administration accountable for ignoring the very appropriations laws passed by this committee. You know, in past markups, I've talked about OMB Director Vogt and specifically how he wants to end the bipartisan appropriations process that I sincerely believe that everyone in this room is committed to. Our constituents expect every one of us to work in good faith across the aisle to deliver results for the communities that we serve. But the work that we do together means nothing if the executive branch destroys the checks and balances our founders created. Mr. Chairman, I'm so pleased to see that plaque is still there on the dais. No money shall be drawn from the Treasury, but in consequence of appropriations made by law, Article 1, Section 9, Clause 7. We all know what that plaque says and what it means. And we also know that there have been presidents throughout history who have tried to expand the power of the executive branch. That's not something new. But I would offer that what this administration is doing really is unprecedented. The Government Accountability Office, again, that's the nonpartisan watchdog. They have said it plainly that the so-called pocket rescissions being considered by the OMB are illegal. They are illegal. They violate the Impoundment Control Act. When the executive branch decides on its own not to spend funds that we appropriated as the Congress, that is illegal. When it substitutes its judgment for Congress's, that also is illegal. And we have to be clear about where this leads. Today, the target of a pocket rescission might be something that you oppose. But tomorrow, it inevitably will be something that you support. If Congress debates it, if Congress passes it, if the president then signs it into law, then that's the law of the land. And what I don't respect and what, frankly, none of us should tolerate is the idea that a president, any president, can turn around and simply refuse, without the consent of Congress, without the appropriate process being followed, just refuse to spend the money required by law because the president doesn't like the policy outcome. That's not his power. That's our power. If we allow a president to pick and choose which laws to enforce and which dollars to spend, then, my friends, we have shredded Article 1 of the Constitution and handed over the very authority that the framers entrusted to us. We are the appropriators. Our job is to defend this institution's constitutional role. And if we don't, we will set a precedent that will weaken Congress for generations or perhaps even permanently. We cannot allow the executive branch to hollow out our power of the purse through illegal pocket rescissions. And of course, beyond this constitutional issue, there are a number of troubling funding changes. First, I'm concerned the bill decimates enforcement funding for the IRS. This is how we go after the tax cheats and the fraudsters. That shouldn't be controversial. At the same time, the bill underfunds taxpayer services at the IRS, the very department that helps to make filing your taxes easier. And all of us, we work for our constituents. We have casework with the IRS, and we want that casework to go smoothly, and we want the IRS to have the funds to be able to respond effectively. We shouldn't be making it harder for everyday Americans to file their taxes while making it easier for some to cheat the system. That's just wrong. I'm also disappointed that the bill cuts funding for the Small Business Administration. Look, small businesses in each of our districts are facing unprecedented challenges with rising costs. We should be offering more support to the mom and pop businesses in our district, not less. Well, I appreciate the hard work of my colleagues in drafting this bill. For those reasons and others, I cannot support it as written.